I'm going to. Wow, that was great.
Wake up.
Let's go ahead and call the meeting to order at 3:30, June 13th. Roll call, do you have that, Sarah? Okay, thank you. Public comments, we didn't have any, so we will proceed to the consent agenda. We have 7 action items on the consent agenda. Is there any board member that would like to edit this current agenda? If not, then I will move to approve the current agenda as listed. Is there a second to that?
Second.
Thank you, Jennifer. All those in favor, respond with aye or raise your hand.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. We have a passed consent agenda. Special guests, there were none listed on the agenda. So we will move to Rich Lentz, financial report and budget update. You're kind of the person in the know right now, Rich.
Trying to be. You know, it changes daily. All right. Good afternoon, Park Board.
For the next few years.
What's that?
I said you're hired for the next few
Okay.
years.
We'll look at, real quick, some May financials, and then we'll talk budget and calendars for a little bit as well. Okay, on the park side for May financials, so everything really for parks and golf trending really both well to budget. So on expense side, got a delay here. Here we go. Expense side a little bit higher on expenses than the 2-year budget expense average, but comparable on the revenue side as well. So trending a little bit higher than the 2-year budget average. That's similar for just looking at 2023 as well. So a little bit higher as a percent of budget for both. Year to date, we made $400,000 in transfers to capital and still targeting a minimum of $800,000 for this year is kind of the goal. And we're sitting right now with revenues exceeding expenses by $1.5 million. And usually May to June is kind of the peak of building up that surplus and then expending it for the rest of the year. So may have a slight gain in June, but that's about the highest we'll get for the year for a surplus. And then the golf side, really no concerns there, kind of opposite story. So expenses are lower than the 2-year budget expense average, and then revenue slightly lower as well. But if you look at the bottom side there, or right side there, year-to-date revenues exceeding expenses by $722,000, and that does remove the facility fee and debt repayment. So ahead of last year by about $543,000. So very healthy on the golf side. And then the scorecard for rounds played, I think, at least since I've been doing this, this is the first time where we've reported the highest for the prior 5 years. So I think we've always been lagging behind 2021 just a little bit, which was the prior record year, and rounds played are higher right now than they were for 2021. So a great number to report. And then we do have some new reporting options. We kind of mentioned the Power BI that we've been working with our business intelligence team past couple of years to get some enhanced reporting. So just to change things up, I did put a kind of a different look that we have. If you want to see a different look, maybe every quarter, so we do have some different reporting options. So instead of comparing the last 5 years, this one looks at kind of what we set for a target. So a target income is $6.1 million for the year for golf. That would be kind of that black dotted line, and then it kind of takes that and extrapolates it over the year from prior years where we should be towards that target. So you can see the green there is actuals where we're at, and the spread above the target. And then that yellow, orange, mustard line, whatever color that is, that was last year's actuals. So you can see the difference above last year and to the target for this year. So kind of just a different look at where we're trending for the year, which is ahead of schedule. Any questions on those before we talk budget for the next year's?
No.
No? We can skip that if you want. We don't have to talk about it. No, actually, we went through on Tuesday, the Finance Committee actually looked at the budget calendar for 2025 and 26. Just a reminder, we're putting together a 2-year budget, a biennial budget this round. I highlighted that calendar was tentative. I'm very glad I highlighted the tentative portion of that because since then, timelines have changed a little bit. So I think the biggest change that we've been informed of is there's not going to be a traditional round 2 of entries where you kind of get a practice round, you reconvene, and then have a round 2 of entries in like an August, September timeline. So timelines are very much condensed, and I think Bob summarized it really well in his email that there's going to be a little park board priority work in the near future because we're going to need some guidance within the next couple weeks and try and get as much as we can together in early to mid-July for budget office and a city council roll-up. So I think I'll leave it on that unless Bob or Gary wants adds to that.
So I'd just add, July is going to be a busy month, and what we're hoping to achieve then in July, not only of submitting our initial baseline budget with revenue adjustments and expenditures for 2025, the other piece will be establishing the priorities along with really just a 3-year projected deficit of Parks and Recreation if those cuts were actually followed through with parks and also the general fund as a whole. So keep in mind, City Council could make an adjustment in 2025 to our budget for 2025, but if the general fund as a whole takes a deficit in 2025, we see a greater percentage of our transfer decline in 2027. So we're going to give you a 3-year lookout, and we think the best form of action, because these aren't givens at this point, that it just becomes a resolution that the board considers around what projected cuts or eliminations that we would have in the next 2 to 3 years, starting in 2025 as a starting point moving forward. So then that is transparent to everyone if these cuts are administered, that these are the actions that the board would need to take and adjust the budget for 2025 and 2026 and 2027.
Yeah. May I ask, as we look at graphs of projections, that we also be shown where the park budget would be if we are given the 8% out of the general fund per city charter, because that is what is legally supposed to happen.
So that's what we're going to build. That's what we're building our base budget on. But what we're going to forecast, though, if in 2025 a portion of our transfer was decreased, this is the amount it would be. And then if the whole general fund was decreased by 10%, then this is what our transfer would be in 2027.
just wanna
That's one that
document
we
things.
cannot control regardless. And so we just want to show you that picture, because if we see the cliff in 2027, we'll probably want to take that cliff and spread it over multiple years rather than waiting until that cliff.
Yeah.
And so we just want to be clear in that messaging, and then so the board has those marching orders. If it does happen, these are the type of impacts that would come to our department.
I just make maybe one last plug too before that meeting, and I think Bob kind of touched on it, that if there's data you think you'd like to see before then, some of that isn't always with our systems easiest to get, so feel free to shoot me at any time messages that I think we all want data-driven decisions, so anything you can think of beforehand, I can start putting that together for you.
Thank you, Rich.
Thank you.
Much appreciated all you're doing.
Okay, thank you.
Special discussion action items. We have none, so let's move to committee reports. And Kevin, you're up with 2 of them since you're filling in for Greta.
Thank you. Am I doing urban forestry first?
Correct.
Okay. We did meet, urban forestry met on June 4th, and this was an informal meeting, just a field trip through Finch Arboretum. We were introduced to Amber Ramirez, who's still getting oriented, but she'll be the project manager for the $6 million Forest Service grant. So it was nice to meet with her, although it was just an introduction. We didn't hear any more about the grant itself. And from there, we did a walking tour of the Arboretum, primarily discussed the declining health of the willow tree. That's a very popular feature there, and coming up with solutions to that issue as it declines. And also look vegetation recovery in the burn area near Sunset Highway. That is greening up very nicely and surprisingly quickly. So no actions were taken, and the next meeting will be July 2nd at 4:15. And for land, we met on June 5th. And in addition to the 4 items on today's consent agenda, we had 2 discussion items. They were both very preliminary. First, we heard preliminary ideas from Friends of Palisades Park about their interest in helping acquiring 4 privately owned parcels adjacent to the park. Again, very preliminary, and we asked for more detail. They'll be coming back to us at some point. And also there was discussion with, from Parks Operations about the need for some equipment leases, particularly a mower for the sports complexes. And again, preliminary discussions. Both those items, no action was taken, and they'll be coming back to land before they may or may not go forward to the board at some point. And our next meeting for land will be July 3rd at 3:30.
Thank you, Kevin. Sally with Rec.
Good afternoon, everyone. REC met on June 5th. We did not have any action items, but I'd like to cover some discussion we had, and then Ryan will share the recreation report. So we continue to have conversations regarding the athletic field rental rates for 2025. Jennifer Papich presented a comprehensive report outlining the current rental fees for the athletic fields and the anticipated rate increase for 2025. The report factored in comparison pricing, inflation, and aging field equipment. This, and concluding that the fee increases will inevitably be necessary. So a couple of bullet items. The expenses are currently exceeding our revenues significantly. Surrounding municipalities' fees are notably higher than ours, and they only have one set of rates. They do not distinguish between youth and adult like we do. Our athletic field rental rates have not increased since 2019, with the exception of the Southeast Sports Complex and Franklin Park soccer fields, which both increased in 2024. We will bring this information that we continue to discover and suggest some action to the board in August as an action item after we do additional work on pricing strategies that will close the cost recovery deficit we're currently facing and restructure our fee menu options to more closely line up with that of our neighbors. That's enough on that for now, but expect some more in August. I would like to invite Ryan Griffith up to share the recreation report at this time.
Hello, how are you? Nice to see you all. You too. So spring has been a fun season for recreation. Our wellness and enrichment program, supervised by Adriano Eva, had a Spokane Gary tour led by Dr. David Bean, who is on our... Thank you, Biney. Thank you very much. Who has been on our staff leading these tours for a few years now, and we had 22 participants on that tour, and that was just a fantastic trip. And he has done just some really amazing work with the tribe and putting together some amazing historical info to share with the public. So bus tours and some great videos that he has been really educational for the community. Adriano also started up the Longevity Fit program for healthy aging at the Hilliard Senior Center. And that is the third program. We also have one at the Southside Center as well as Shadle Library to offer some amazing activities for that aging population. And then Adriano is volunteering for the Safe Communities basketball tournament at Riverfront Park August 10th. So that should be a great time. Corbin Arts Center, we have Carissa Gregg up there leading a great art program. Over the spring, we had 200 registrations, 16 art parties, and 3 facility rentals. I tell you, the art parties they're so incredibly popular, and we're looking to expand those as we move into fall and into 2025. In April, Corbin also partnered with the St. Charles Elementary School. We've done this in the past also with Hutton Elementary, and we're working currently with Jefferson to schedule some programming in the fall and look to expand that for 2025 as well. Next slide. Athletics had 29 of the 30 spots filled with the skateboarding lessons at the Dwight Merkle Sports Complex. This has been one of those programs that we've been trying to do for a number of years, and it finally has taken off. And I have to say my son's doing it and absolutely loves it. So hopefully we continue to work with this group and continue to offer more, not only at Merkle, but our other skate parks as well. Along that, we had 121 adults and senior softball teams, 12 cornhole teams, and 320 youth NFL league participants. The Youth NFL League had some grant funding through the Spokane Parks Foundation this year, which was wonderful. We've tried applying for that in the past, and we have actually, I believe we have had some funding in the past, but this year we substantially had some more funds to allow kids to go to that at 50% off the registration fee. So it has been successful. Spring volleyball, 146 teams and 900 players. And then our summer outdoor volleyball league at the Dwight Merkle Sports Complex, 41 teams compared to 2023 where we had 29 teams. So continues to expand. Spokane loves volleyball. Next slide. So for our outdoor recreation program, that is led by Andy Fusak and his team. It's kind of our shoulder season for the outdoor rec program with the snow melting away in the mountains and the rivers and the lakes warming up. We do a lot of hikes. We do some wildflower hikes. We had 85 participants over the season and 7 activities. And then you can see the bicyclists up in the top right corner. That's down in Walla Walla, touring the vineyards a couple weeks ago. So amazing program. That program's been around since the 90s, and people just love it. It's a great way to explore that area on bike. The Whitewater Disc Golf Course opened over the last month, and the community has just embraced the new design and the course, the new name from what it was, Downriver Disc Golf Course. It is not the same course, so it's really neat that we were able to change the name. There is an app that people can record their rounds. It doesn't account for everybody playing it, but over the last month, it shows around 2,200 rounds at that course. So it's been doing very, very well. Camp Saconnie has a disc golf course and amazing mountain bike trails, and it's incredibly popular as well. This is the time to be up there when the trails are in perfect condition. All right, next slide. Aquatics. The winter preseason had 543 preseason lap swim visits in May, and 46 children are registered for those preseason swim lessons. And, over the past month, hiring for the aquatics programs and staffing, 152 individuals have taken the certification classes in May for lifeguard, swim instructor, or babysitting training. So they have been incredibly busy. And the aquatics team is fully staffed, so that is a success. And all the pools open up. School's out tomorrow, and all the pools open up Monday. Yeah, I know. All right, next slide. Therapeutic Rec with Alice Bush. Had 33 spring programs, 424 registrations, and then the Heads Up Hockey Tournament donated $1,000. And they've been doing this over the past few years for the TRS ice skating program, which TRS Ice Skating has applied for foundation, Spokane Parks Foundation funding in the past, and they don't have to do that anymore, so that opens up some foundation funding for other programs because they do get this donation. So in 2,200 volunteer hours in Q1 for TRS, that is a lot of volunteers. And just because of the supervision that is needed for her population, we couldn't do that program without those tremendous volunteers, so we thank them. And thank you. Any questions?
Thanks, Ryan.
No, nice
Well
job.
done, as usual.
Yes.
Thanks to your staff.
Thank you, Ryan, and your teams, and Jennifer Papich. So thank you all for all you do for our community. Our next meeting is in August, but not really. It's July 31st. We will not be meeting over the July 4th week. So the August meeting is July 31st, 5:15. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sally. Go to Riverfront Park. And Jerry?
Well, I get to address our recap. and I know you all got it in your packets, but I'm going to kind of move backwards and save one for the best. But anyway, John had mentioned quite a while ago, remember the big bellies that we were paying for, as far as garbage collection, if you will. We are accomplishing half of that being returned, if you will. And then we will be completing that in another replacement station area. So it's going to really save us a lot of money. The big bellies are very decorative, I know that, and they look, but John and I were talking, and we really don't need the can to tell us when it's full. So we can imagine, you know, a routine garbage cleanup, and that's what's happening now at Riverfront Park. So we are appreciative of the money and the dollars saved. I would like to focus on the Placemaker Award, and it does have a great picture. John didn't have that with him at this time, and but our own Jason is in that picture. And the Placemaker Award is Riverfront Spokane, along with River Park Square, and then the hotel DoubleTree were recognized by Visit Spokane for the contributions for our tourism and the economy of economics over a 50-year period. So I think it's really exciting to know that Riverfront and River Park Square are really a team. Without one, the other isn't quite as successful. And so we see that joint effort taking place a lot, and especially with Expo and them joining in with the color celebration of balloons and everything that we're doing at Riverfront Park. And the big highlight, if you look at the picture, if you weren't there, the pavilion was designed, you know, to do a lot of entertaining, but we had no idea that pickleball would become a real highlight. And if you take a look at the picture that you got in the recap, I mean, it's just really exciting. Pickleball courts within the pavilion, pickleball courts with outside the pavilion, and anybody was playing pickleball. So with that, we will be convening at Riverfront Park Pavilion on July 8th at 4 p.m. for our next meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry. Nick with golf.
All right, golf did meet. Of course, we looked at the financials first and foremost, and as you guys saw earlier, golf is doing very well. Good weather. Courses are in amazing shape. Been playing a number of them and just, you know, getting a lot of good compliments from people that I know that play. So also get out and play if you play, and if not, get out and play too. It's a good time to learn. We had a good discussion on capital projects. We were shown kind of the scoring system that they use to rank capital projects that could be things that we fund in this year. A couple of the ones that they're looking at that are going to be pretty impactful. One is not in a great way, but at Esmeralda, the maintenance building needs to have a new sewer line run to the road to the north, I believe it is. And that's quite a ways and impacts multiple holes. But definitely needs to be taken care of. And then one that is actually a very positive one that's been asked about for many, many years, well before I started on the board, and definitely while I've been here, is redoing all the sand traps at Indian Canyon. That has been something that I've heard forever. It would just be the cherry on top of that course. Unfortunately, I'd have to learn to hit out of the sand and not putt out of the sand, which is kind of a negative. But it's something that I think would make a big difference to that course. And so those are just a couple of things we're looking at. And then, you know, we're still looking at ways to continue to take our facility improvement fees and how we want to deal with that in the future in terms of the loans and, you know, once they may reset and what does that look like and come up with some ideas of how we work through those and see if we can't shorten that period or do something else to continue to just improve our courses, both on course at the facilities that we have, and then, things like parking lots and cart trails and those different things. So doing a lot of work in golf to continue the positive momentum we have with our golfing community. They really appreciate the work and effort we put into the courses. We want to continue to do that. So it was a really good meeting, good conversation, and our next meeting is on July 9th at 8 a.m. at the Hive.
Thank you. Thank you, Nick. Finance met June 11th at 3 p.m. in the Shadle Park Library and via WebEx. Jason Connolly presented the park's fleet lease action item and was approved and moved to the board as part of the consent agenda. Parks fleet leasing has not only saved a considerable amount of funds, through the leasing program and selling them back to Enterprise Rentals, but the morale of the staff has improved a great deal. It's much more fun to have a new vehicle than one that's 18 years old and barely able to move. And the safety issues, Jason was mentioning an accident that one of the park's staff got into. Somebody weren't running a red light and so on, and what might have happened in the old truck as compared to the brand new one with airbags. So a great program, and very appreciative that Parks is continuing with that. Rich presented the tentative 2025-26 Parks budget calendar, and that follows our established timeline of prior calendars. As probably most of us are aware, the city has adopted a 2-year budget plan, which introduces new timelines than Parks is familiar with. This will require some adjustments to our current budget cycle planning. The May financials, salaries and wages, and temp seasonal expenditures, if you're looking at the financials, they exceed May 2023 by 65%. That's primarily due to May 2024 being a 3-pay period month, while last year that 3-pay period occurred in June. So June's salary should show a similar reduction compared to 2023. The next meeting will be July 9th at 3 p.m. in the Hive meeting room and via WebEx. And we'll go to DVC and Jennifer.
All right. The Development and Volunteer Committee last met on May 15th, and it was primarily, there were no action items, it was primarily a meeting of the Citizen Advisory Committee members, and those were Friends of Palisades, Friends of Manitou, and Friends of the Bluff, sharing their upcoming events, which have now all passed. I do want to give a shout out to Kelly Brown for a really successful Club 74 Expo party on the newly restored Post Street Bridge. That was on June 4th, and of course everybody knows that June 5th was the opening of that bridge. It's great to have it back, and thank you to everybody who made that happen. We are convening the next meeting of the DVC and CAC on June 26th, which is a departure from the normal date. That will be 2 weeks from yesterday. And the reason for that is vacations among our members and staff. And so this was kind of our combined June-July meeting, in a way. And we may do the same thing with August, depending again on vacations and how all of that flows. We'll discuss that at the next meeting. So the next meeting, again, will be at the Pavilion in the conference room on June 26th. Thank you very
Jennifer.
much.
We'll move down to reports. President's report. My thanks to our board members who completed the financial priorities survey. 9 out of 10 members completed that, so I think that's like a record. Well done. That will be used as our primary tool for developing Parks' 2025-2026 budget. The City Budget Office requested a 2025 budget reflect a 5% reduction to their submitted budgets. A request was sent to City Legal regarding the timing of this budget reduction to Parks. The question being, since Parks interfund payments, as stated in charter, will be 8% of the general fund, should the proposed reduction be from the 2025 budget or from the reduced general fund budget that reflects the 5% reduction? As many of you have seen, I sent out an email requesting Parks to schedule a special meeting of Parks Finance Committee. The plan is to have scheduled in June so we can develop a reduced budget based on our financial priorities survey. Unless a special park board meeting is required also for this budget, will be presented at our July 11th board meeting. I hope all board members have had an opportunity to attend Expo 50th celebrations at Riverfront Park or other venues throughout Spokane. The celebration will end with July 4th closing celebration, and I encourage all members to participate in this wonderful celebration. It's amazing, when we first started planning, it was a long time in the future, and now it's less than a month before it ends. If any board members want to meet individually or in small groups to discuss our upcoming budget challenges, let me know and we can find a time to meet or call. And in closing, thanks to park staff and all the board members, we will be asked to guide parks through a difficult fiscal period and to protect what we can from sustaining long-term damage. Our next board meeting, Thursday, July 11th, 3:30 p.m. at City Hall and virtual via WebEx. So we'll go down to our liaison reports, Conservation Futures. Nick?
No updates from Conservation Futures.
Okay. Parks Foundation, Barb?
So the Parks Foundation Board did not meet, but I do have 3 updates. Summer Parkways kicks off June 18th from 6 to 8 p.m. between Comstock and Manitou Parks. And Spokane Parks Foundation first summer pool party in partnership with Josh Oakes and his aquatics team is June 28th at Cannon Park. And finally, Club 74 Speakeasy a few weeks back was a success. So
All right.
that must mean they made money. So that's good.
Always
That's
a
the
good
end of
thing.
my report.
Thanks, Barb.
Thank you.
Councilman Bingle, I see you're a virtual participant. Any reports to add to us?
Yeah, hey, so we finalized an ARPA proposal, and guess what, everybody? We got $150,000 for the Cannon Hill Pond lining approved by the council. So we got some money there. I thought all the parks projects were dead. Turns out they weren't. We got some money there. And
Nice
at
job.
one point, I actually had written into the ordinance that any leftover money that we had to claw back because we don't want to give it back, we'll just dump it into parks projects and get those done. We were so close to having that be in the ordinance. It ended up getting pulled and is instead going to go towards wildfire risk mitigation and stuff. But the fact that we got something, I'm pretty excited about. And so, yeah, that's my big
Good
update for
job.
you.
Thank you so much. Much appreciated.
Thanks, Nick.
Let's move then to the director's reports. Jason Garrett, I don't know if you're sharing or it's all yours, Jason.
Well, I'll go first today. Thank you. This will be a brief report. In case you're wondering, school is out for summer as of tomorrow. Just look at all the kids' faces, and there's no myth or mystery there. What that means for parks is everything becomes wide open. Our pools, our splash pads, our camps, our restrooms. We're ready. We're ready for Spokane summer in our park and our park amenities, and we're ready to go. Many of the reports have touched on the great things that are happening. I won't cover those again. Again, we're excited about Spokotopia this weekend. I will mention, because we're talking about that area, in a couple weeks, you might see the river drop down. They're doing some maintenance work planned on Upriver Dam, which will make Boulder Beach a bit bigger this year. They're expecting up to 2 feet of drop of river. So just want you to be aware so that you're not surprised and wonder what happened to the plug in the bathtub. It's pre-planned. Later this month, the Corbin Sport Court renovations will be completed, and we'll have a little party to celebrate. Our Friends groups have been epically busy. Friends of Manitou last weekend and their art festival just knocked it out of the park. Friends of Palisades has a geology hike this coming Saturday. Friends of Coeur d'Alene Park Summer Concert Series kicks off June 20th. Friends of Spokane Disc Golf is hosting a High Ridge work party tomorrow, June 14th. Friends of the Bluff Brush on the Bluff event in May raised over $12,000. How impressive. So just some incredible, I mean, we love our friends groups and the things they do to help us all. I'm speechless at times. I'll tell you, looking ahead to July, July is National Recreation and Park Association Month. They celebrate across the United States. July 19th itself is Professionals Day, so we'll find some ways to celebrate ourselves and our teammates and colleagues through the next month. And for all the dads in the room, happy Father's Day to all of you this coming Sunday. That's my report.
How do you follow that there?
I don't know. I did just want to give one plug, just around the budget. I've been involved in many years of budget preparation, and this one will be one of our most complex and condensed budget seasons that we've seen. But I have all the confidence in the world because these individuals that are sitting in the crowd and then our rest of our management team are fantastic when it comes to looking at every single line item. I think Rich told me we have over 1,400 line items in our budget that we go through, and it's because of these staff in this room and the rest of our management team to make it happen. So I'm confident we'll get there. We'll have tough decisions, but have all the confidence in the world in this staff in this room to come up with creative solutions and information that the board will be able to take action on. So thank you.
All right, any other comments, additions to this meeting?
Just one quick one. In my attempts to be as diligent as possible, I have now played all 4 courses, and I just want to recognize the course superintendents for the condition that our courses are in, which I think relates to the level of play and the revenues that are coming in. They are in great shape.
Thank you. Well-deserved recognition. They do a great job. So we will go ahead and adjourn this meeting a little early. It might be the last one we do so for a while, so enjoy this one. We will adjourn at 4:06. Thank you.
Nice job, Bob.
Yeah.